Hey all, Uranium here. If you have played the game for a while, you have probably seen these cute dog-like lizards around. The community first started calling them lizard doggos, and Coffee Stain Studios soon followed. You might also know that they can be tamed, and once they are tamed, they will start bringing items to you. In this video I will show you where to find a lot of these creatures, how to build a farm of them, and what exactly you should expect to get from them. Don't forget to give the video a like if you find it useful. And also consider subscribing to the channel for future videos like this. In order to tame a lizard doggo you need pale berries. You should split one of them from your stack, which is done by controlled right clicking. Then you should approach the lizard doggo by walking. They will run away if you approach them by running. Once they switch their focus to you, you should drop one pale berry on the ground and they will approach it and be tamed when you pet them. Once that is done, they will follow you and occasionally bring you items. Be careful with them when crossing obstacles by jumping, as they might not be able to follow you and might get lost. It's also possible that they fall off a cliff, although I didn't manage to get this on camera. The doggos run slightly slower than your run speed, so you should also not run too fast or you might lose them. Using hypertubes or hoverpack is also a good way to lose them. This all means that running around with them is very annoying. For this reason you should build a pen where you can keep the doggos out of harm's way and yours. Any structure with walls will keep them in, including shorter obstacles like the railings that I'm using here. The doggos can be found pretty much all around the map, but there's a nice spot with a lot of them on the Spire Coast. I'm not sure if this will still be the case once update 6 changes the biome, so now's a good time to go tame them all. Remember that you can tame more than one at a time to save time running between the spot and your pen. Once your farm is set, you should just check the doggos every now and then to see if they have brought any items. The interval between items seems to be random. Sometimes they bring something new almost immediately after looting the previous item, and sometimes it takes up to a few minutes. I noticed that checking them every 10 minutes or so usually means that they have all brought new items. And a word of warning by the way, you need to tame the doggos again if you die. This can be really annoying if you have built a big farm, so try to avoid dying, or load an autosave if you do. In order to find out what they actually bring and how much, I logged 1000 occurrences of looting them. Here are the results. We can see that limestone is the most common item that they can bring, followed by copper and iron ore. I have listed also the average amount of items they bring. For instance, when they bring limestone, they bring on average 25.3, with the minimum being 21 and the maximum being 31. Most of the items that they bring aren't that interesting, I just delete the ore and the plants. However, the really interesting items and the main reason for having a farm are the power slugs. They are limited on the map, so having an unlimited supply of them is really handy. You can see that I got a purple power slug 27 times, a blue power slug 23 times, and a yellow power slug 16 times. This is actually a lot more than I thought. It means I received 190 power shards from 1000 lootings, or around 1 every 5th doggo. This means building a farm of them is definitely worth it for this reason alone. The doggos are also a decent source of mycelia. I got it 46 times, which gave a total of 485 mycelia. This is also limited on the map, so it's a very good way to get more of it if needed. The same applies to bacon agaric, which also doesn't respawn on the map. This I got a total of 42. And finally the item that many people are also aware of that they can bring, Uranium Waste. This can be a nasty surprise, especially if you haven't unlocked the hazmat suit yet. If you build a lizard doggo farm, you should place a container for uranium waste further away where you can deposit the waste that they will eventually bring. A single uranium waste barrel doesn't do too much damage even if you deposit it without a hazmat suit. However, if you do have that, you should use it. And that's all for this video. I hope you find it useful. At least I didn't know before trying that they would actually bring this many power slugs. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks videos like this. The next video on the Mega Factory series should also be ready pretty soon. Thanks for watching and see you soon.